Alright, let's run to the side entrance and do this one real quick. It's pretty easy. This one you actually don't need barricades on, but I'm going to bring them anyways. Because we're going to do something with the rift. Going to barricade around the rift. But yeah, you definitely don't need them. So, alright, so we're going to have these 3 traps. Second one, all the way next to the rift. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this is going to work. It's going to work really well. So we'll do something like this, right? This will do the fire damage, arcane damage, and then this part, and then again, we're going to have it facing backwards. And then, yeah, that's going to be beautiful. Okay. I don't, the great room. Oh, the great room, right. Yeah, that one's actually pretty tough for a beginner one, I got to admit. Great room is difficult for beginners because you have the wide open area, and you got the 2 different lanes, and the traps that you get by this point are like not great against it. So even lasers, you don't have enough skulls to upgrade to make it cheap enough. So yeah, Great Room's definitely a tough one for beginners. It might be like the toughest one overall. Okay, so we got that figured out. And ceiling lasers we need. So we're bringing those 4. Bring ceiling lasers. Okay. So we're going to throw those up here. And up here. Do we do wall chargers? I kind of want to do boom barrel dispensers. So we can throw those on the walls here. And on the walls here. However, they're not upgraded, so we're not going to bring them because I didn't upgrade them. Instead, we will bring... I guess we'll bring the wall chargers. And the saw blade launcher for down here. And what else do we bring? Anything else? We can bring the snow blowers. Nah. Let's just do this. That'll work. Okay.
It can only go above.
Go back here, it didn't say, right? Yeah. So we gotta go up one. Cool.
Let's do this.
Actually, I would suggest doing the second map with a melee weapon, to be honest. The melee weapons could make it doable. Blade staff especially. Just hit the right mouse button and everything knocks up into an area, and a couple of swipes, do it again, a couple of swipes, and you should take care of everything there.
Not enough coin.
They may have increased the range of the lightning shock because it feels like they actually did kill him. I think he got hurt by that. He got hurt by that. Feels like they may have increased that area of effect range. It used to be really, really small. That seems like it might be a little bit bigger. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and start the match.
More enemies on the way. The enemy army is attacking on another front.
We do it here.
They've reached another.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Here they come.
Okay. Run that. Oh, maybe freeze. We could have brought freeze maybe instead of something else, but that's fine. And then we're gonna try and get tar on this, so we'll do another. Yeah, that'll work really well. Another 3 floor scorchers and some tar, and the tar will allow us to vertically place blades. Although that one's shooting out there, which is okay. This map is one of the maps that's annoying with gnolls. So if they really fixed them. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. What does lava with arcane do exactly? The brimstone? I think you're talking about the brimstone down here. Yeah, the brimstone with arcane it just does arcane damage, and that puts on it an arcane debuff. What the arcane debuff does is it makes them take additional elemental damage from elemental sources, such as lightning, fire, other arcane sources, or ice. They'll take additional damage. And when we did the Stadia calculations, that additional damage was 15%. And then we're just going to run that same, basically this exact setup, and we're just going to keep putting it back here. So we get close to the rift, and then we're going to build around the rift. Matter of fact, we probably didn't even need the stone staff. I don't think we used it. Maybe use it a little bit. But we'll have it in case we have fire elementals. That's why we'll have it. Yes, of course, of course.
More enemies on the way. More enemies on the way.
You're correct. I am so sorry. Thank you for telling me. I don't know what I said there. Ethernet. I'll see you later. It's one of the things I said. I also said, thank you for joining us. 6, and I appreciate you letting me know that I was muted, because I don't know why I muted myself, but I did. How did I do that? I don't know. That's the worst part about muting, is you don't know what you didn't say because you already said it.
More enemies on the way.
You hear me now? Yeah, but I was muted. He was 6 is right. I was muted for some time. I said something about going over the pipe and being untargetable by gnolls or looking for fire guys. I don't know. So we got Cyclops mages. They're coming out. That's cool. If we really don't see fire guys, then I'm gonna have to have a talk with Robot, because they just might make it too easy. Although this one's probably the easiest one in general anyways, because you don't need cades. This is your kill box. And then honestly, you could build it outwards and kind of take over, have the ground space take over, and use boom barrel rollers as well. You know, you got these wall spaces here for it. There's stuff up here. Yeah, boom barrels will work really well here on this map. Muted for assault 5 minutes. Well, that's what I got you viewers for. to help me, and I do appreciate it. I really do. Alright, Moneybags is gonna get slaughtered. Maybe not. Okay. He's making it through. Look at that. No Grenadiers, although that looked like one, although my eyes could have deceived me. We're gonna have these saw blades shooting backwards, because we're gonna have Cades back here. I think. Yeah. We're gonna have another uppity up and uppity up thing going on over there. Yes. Somebody was immune to something, so it must have been a fire guy. Okay.
More enemies on the way.
Now, back in the day, what are blue runes that spawn after you kill a big orc? Oh, that is currency on the bottom left. That is the in-game currency. So they do have a drop rate. They're pretty infrequent when you get them. In Endless, I think they made it more frequent in some of the later waves to help generate more coin. Because in Endless, orcs and stuff, they give less and less money as the waves go on. So, yes, Last Symphony, you're correct. Trap money, exactly. I think it's called Rift Coin, but it's also been known as Rune Coin and Just Coin as well. In the game, it has been annotated as all of those things. Just 5-star. Number 3 cost 800. Yes, the barricade costs 800 coin. That is how it is all. So, that's a power up when you pick it up. No, yeah, they don't have power ups in this game. They had power ups in Unchained that you could drop, but yeah, there's no power ups. You got mana, yeah, like mana pods, health pods. I don't call them pods, but they're like jars. Mana jars, health jars, and Thomback. Thanks for the sub. And coin. I think those are the only 3 things that you can pick up. I believe they are considered consumables. Oh, skulls. You can pick up skulls as well. Yeah. The skulls are for purchasing traps and upgrading traps and stuff like that. And trinkets and whatnot. Sweet. Let's do a little sprinkle. Do another sprinkle. And another sprinkle. And another sprinkle. And another. Now, health and mana drops, they do expire. From what I remember, the currency drops and the skull drops do not expire. So you can wait forever to pick them up. But you generally don't want to, because you want money to build more traps.
More enemies on the way.
Not seen a fire elemental yet, or honestly, I haven't seen the fire fiends either. Oh, there's one. Okay. I thought they were there, but I hadn't noticed them yet. They are there, so we may still get fire elementals. Now, unlike the switchbacks in the first two endless maps as well, this one came in after they had made the other ones more difficult. So because they reverted the other ones, I'm pretty sure they didn't change this one because there was not a previous state for it. Now, we could just build it all the way up to the rift and probably be okay. Before that, I wish I would have brought. Talk about farming combos. You do more damage when you have. Yeah, that's a good question. So I was doing some testing with a saw blade on the wall, the saw blade trap, to find out what is the maximum amount of damage that you could do in like one trigger of a trap. And from my calculations, it appeared to be 9 extra damage per combo. So for each combo point, you actually do 9 extra damage, like, to get there. But that was never confirmed, and I don't know if that's true. But the way that the calculations worked as far as how much damage a trap does, and then I froze them to do 1.5 damage, which is the brittle effect. I put them in the air with a gravity pillar to do 2 times. The 2 times damage for airborne, and then I used the stun from the crossbow with the bonus damage from the crossbow, and I calculated each of them. So the airborne is 2 times damage. The frozen or the brittle effect, which the stone staff does as well, is an extra 1.5 times damage against physical. And the crossbow right mouse button unique upgrade that says that damage is there's additional damage done to stun enemies by the crossbow is also 1.5 damage, 1.5 times the damage. So all of that combined, I figured out what it should be, and what it was. I got like a ×3 combo, and it was like 27 more than what it should have been, and that led me to believe that maybe combos also increase damage by 9 points per combo. But it's not confirmed. It was just theorized, I guess. Niels says, is flower good? And what, unlike triad, is best? I don't know what you mean by the unlike triad thing, but yes, the flower is good. It's especially good on endless, because if you're gonna go barricade, if you're gonna go without barricades, you're probably gonna want the flower, and you're gonna want to combo with tar. So tar flower is really good, and just make sure you have enough damage to kill things. Wall charges are a good addition to that as well, and ceiling lasers are a good thing to have with the whole thing there. So yeah, I would say yes, flowers are good, and I appreciate it. Okay, so for this, we're going to maybe barricade here and here. We're gonna let him come in through this side, They're gonna have to stand here and go into this. So locate here, locate here, locate in front of the rift. If you see my rift room only videos, I've done all of the maps, every single one of them, even the ones that are not endless. I played them on endless because I glitched it, and I built them all around the rift to prove that you can kill things around the rift only. So there is that. If you want to check those out, those are pretty cool. Coliseum was a blast. A lot going on, and some of the other ones were really, really cool. Yes, Fusion. This kill box is deadly. Absolutely deadly. Neil, sorry, unique ability. Oh, what unique ability is best? Yes. Everybody except for Gabriella. Right, the Will It Rift series, yep. Coliseum is pretty crazy. I think everybody's unique ability is good except for Gabriella. I personally like Cygnus because it makes him invincible and untargetable by all mobs, so people will generally avoid him. And what this means is, if you know when sappers are going to come out of a certain gate, or you know when fire elementals are going to come out, you can go to sleep or feign death over in that area, and then as soon as they show up, you pop up and you kill them, and then you can rest again and kind of wait. So you basically become an assassin. Like, the orcs don't know you're there until you pop up, and then you kill them all. So you can take care of a lot of problems with Cygnus pretty easily. Vorwick is really good too. His double jump is a teleport, and it does really well, so that's also really good. Okay, we've got... I'm gonna double stack... No, actually we'll do... Yeah, we'll double stack this here, the wall charger. Okay, we'll do a single charger there, and then we'll do the saw blade charger combos in this section. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I really don't think anything's going to get through that, but if it does... I mean, these traps up here are probably worthless, to be honest. You know, it might actually remove those and cade all the way down there and stuff, and block that side off. We're not even going to get that far. Honestly, nothing's even going to get over here, I don't think. So it doesn't matter too much. The trap unique ability, there's selling in the other. So trap unique ability, selling in the other. The only thing you can do with traps is sell them. You can reset them with the trap reset trinket, and that resets all of their cooldowns if they're on cooldown. Unless you're talking about the unique upgrades. Every trap does have 2 unique upgrades. You can spin skulls on it. I would do this though. Then we would do our lasers here. Front, or on top, but again, I don't think anything's gonna make it that far. Let's rotate. Rotate! Okay, sure, yes, you can rotate them. You cannot rotate every trap, because some traps it doesn't matter. But yes, for the saw blade launchers, I'm rotating it to give it the direction that I want it to launch. That's basically it. So I'm putting these saw blade launchers to go up, that way it hits the ceiling and comes back down and kills everything in this little area on tar. And then this one is going to bounce off the barricade and come back in and kill these guys. That's the rotate option. If you're, for example, placing this floor scorcher, it shows the angle, the direction the trap is going to shoot in, and you can flip it around as well. So I can have it facing this way or have it facing the other way. So there's 4 directions that can face. And there's 4 directions that this can face on the wall. Johnny, back and ready for more Orcs Must Die 3. Well, welcome back. And, take a seat, man.
More enemies on the way.
I hope I was able to answer that for you, Niels. Best I could, but I have a feeling I may still not understand what you were asking. But if I did, then great, let me know. Have we seen any fire fiends or fire elementals yet? I don't think so. May have gotten rid of them from this as well because it's a beginner map on story mode. The upgrade was best for the flower. The flower upgrade. Gotcha. You know, it kind of depends on your kill box. I did a trap overview video, and I would take a look at that because I talk about the flower trap and the different upgrades for it. I go over the upgrades and what I think is the best kind of stuff. Yeah, the video for that, I would check that out. It basically kind of depends on your kill box, but overall I would do the increased radius of the confusion. So the first one, I would avoid putting it on the ceiling unless that is something you're trying to do. But I have more information about that in my trap video that I have on my YouTube channel, so I recommend checking that out, going to the flower and learning about it there. Daniels, thank you for the 1 hour 30-minute video about the traps and what they do, and TY for ranking them. Of course, you are absolutely welcome. What do you think about the acid floor and the ice wall traps? I think they're really cool. I had an idea to use the ice wall trap with ceiling pounders with stun. I think that could work out really well. Because you could stun everything and make sure you can freeze it. And we may actually use those for the endless map called the quick paths, because there's lots of fire guys and you're working on a budget. So we'll take a look at using it for that. Ice is good for several reasons, but it's good for that as well. As far as the acid floor, you know, I think Brimstone's still a little bit better. You know, you kind of don't want to stick everything into doing physical damage, and the stuff that does physical damage kind of falls short to things that do elemental, because elemental always has a second sort of effect. Yeah, I think acid, I mean, it's good for combos, but if I was playing co-op, I would bring it. You know, if I was playing co-op chasing combos, I definitely would bring it. But yeah, the trap loadout I have right here is just so good. You know, these 3 floor traps work really well together. Tar with extra slow, arcane brim, which causes fire to do more damage, on top of lightning, which arcane causes to take more damage. The only thing, and lightning on the wall chargers, the only thing that's physical are the saw blades, but they do so much damage anyways, and they completely shred enemies that the acid won't really help it. If they come out with enemies that are immune to arcane and fire, or arcane and then put them on maps that have people that have guys immune to fire as well, then I would definitely start using it more. And it might be good against flyers too, because it has an area of effect, and flyers have a low amount of HP. So if they if you stagger them with tar, stagger them with something else, and the flyers are low enough to the floor to be affected by them, I think they could be used that way as well. But yeah, overall I think they're good, but they're not the best. I think the ice wall may be a little bit better, just because of the range is ridiculously long. 6. You have one more question for combos. So chasing combos. Why would you chase combos? What's it do? So combos gives you more in-game coin, and also puts you higher up on the leaderboard. So every map on every difficulty has a leaderboard, and it's based upon your score. It is separated by co-op and solo play, and it's really just used for clout. You can brag to your friends that you beat them at combos. I don't know. It's just a leaderboard thing. But also it gives you more money. When you get combos, you increase the money that you've received. What about the Dragon Arcane Trap? Yeah, I used it earlier, today actually, in this stream. Or no, was it 2 streams ago? It was either this stream or last stream. I think it was this stream. I used it earlier, and it felt a little bit underwhelming. Due to the fact that some of the places it bounces off, it'll hit a corner and just kind of fly out into the middle of nowhere. It's also not infinite, so it doesn't just hit one thing, bounce all the way back, and hit the other. It has a timer on it, so it doesn't last forever. It's another mediocre thing, I think. How do you find the time for ungodly amount of OMD3 yesterday and today? You gotta make the time, man. No. I'm currently in the job market. I've got a job lined up here. It's probably going to start in a week or 2. Luckily, I didn't have a job for this portion of time. You know, my girlfriend got kind of mad that I was on the computer all day yesterday. That's why today I had to take a break. You know, I was take an hour break, spend some time with her. And that's why I didn't start so early, so I could sleep in. But yeah, today, tomorrow are going to be pretty long days, and depending on what the job thing is, and what all happens with that, I might stream a lot on Monday and Tuesday as well. It really just depends. Yeah. So, but once I get the job, and I think Orcs Must Die 3, you know, there's a lot of hype right now, obviously, because it came out just now. But once people start losing a little bit of interest, as they naturally would, I'm going to go back into testing and looking at the game code to find out more information about the wiki page. Because I update that with information. So there's quite a few new stuff that they've done that I need to update. But they got a handful of bugs to fix already. I know that. So, you know, I want to enjoy the game as it's out. I don't want to feel like I have to, you know, just look at game code and not even play the game anymore. Look at him. Look at him. That's why we built these caves. He just got over there. Let's go ahead and build this out a little bit then. Put that there. But the job's nice. I think, you know, I hope so too. It sounds like the kind of job I want. So, that's good. And luckily I'm in a position to kind of bargain for what I want. 6, you're welcome, I guess. It's really kind of awkward, you know, you never know what to say when people thank for your service, but I appreciate you, and your acknowledgement. Are you still putting up a video on how to get skulls? Yeah, right now, I think the fastest way to get skulls is to rush Riftlord as fast as you can and play Riftlord maps, and just play all the maps through Riftlord. And if you want to see how I did that, watch my stream from yesterday. And I started the first 5 maps co-op, or the first like 8 maps co-op or something, I don't know. 13 maps maybe? Yeah, I think it's like the first 13 maps co-op. And when you watch it, just do what I did there and you'll be fine. I still have to redo one of those levels because I didn't make part-time. But the rest of my 5 skulls, so you'll see kind of what I upgraded, what I bought, where I placed everything, my kill boxes, all that stuff. So if you're having trouble on any of it, just look through that stream and find the map. Yeah, of course. Yeah, right now that's unfortunately the case. You know, I had a video up before with how to farm skulls, and somebody had tested that yesterday and they said it didn't work. I tested it, I couldn't get it to work, so yeah, it looks like that's not possible anymore. To really cheese it. So Riftlord's your only choice. And also I would say that in Stadia they allowed you to, they had like your co-op skulls that were separate from your solo play skulls. Now they're combined, which is kind of a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing that you feel complete because you have all the skulls, even if you played it on co-op. But it's a bad thing because now you're limited to playing all solo and then playing through co-op on all the maps and getting the skulls again. Daniels. You are welcome, good sir. You are welcome. And Johnny's, so are the orcs well done or extra crispy? There's crispy like I like my bacon.
More enemies on the way.
Nice and crunchy. Aside from playing on Rift Lord, though, I would encourage you to play the weekly challenges. Those are pretty quick. Most of them are pretty quick. Just don't do the war scenario ones, because war scenarios take a while. Those are pretty quick. Is the back of a floor burner a weaker flip trap? It is, yeah. It is. And it always has been. It's a, it does a smaller flip. And it doesn't do anything to very heavy enemies, but yes. It does flip. Well, it looks like we don't get any fire elementals on this either. So maybe they've taken them kind of out of the game, really. Which is kind of a shame, you know? I get it for, like, new players. You don't want them to get agitated with fire elementals everywhere, but... I mean, they weren't that bad, right? You really had to play around them. But that's okay. They still come out on coastal hallways. Which adds that a level of difficulty itself. What's annoying? We got two questions. Johnny says, what is the most annoying orc, boss, or regular? Yeah, you know, I really don't like gnolls. They're pretty annoying. I think, if it's like a large group of enemies, sappers can sometimes be hard to target. You had fire, yeah, fire elementals come in the campaign maps. So the way Endless works is it's actually on a difficulty scale, and it starts out on War Mage difficulty, and it usually stays there, but they add Rift Lord minions later on. So when you start like you're playing War Mage, and then it kind of moves into Rift Lord. But for Endless maps exclusively, they will go in and the developers will go in and they'll add units, and they'll make a pattern of like every 5 waves they add a certain unit or whatever, and then you just get more of that unit as you keep going. Fire elementals on Coliseum were mad annoying, and they still are. That's why Coliseum is, in my opinion, Coliseum is the most difficult map. It's possible that Slag Fields is even more challenging. Why am I laying down? I'm taking a nap. Yeah. No, I'm just laying down because I don't really need to be part of this kill box, you know. I'm just answering you guys' questions and stuff. I'm not chasing combos or anything. We're just going to beat wave. Oh, I got past the 5 million score, though, so that's an achievement. But no, I'm just getting past wave 25, and then I'm going to let them through and play the next Endless map. This map is, it's kind of hard to sell stuff, so as a matter of fact, after this wave, I'm going to go ahead and start selling some traps. If we lose a couple of lives on 25, that's fine. We're not going to lose the game. So I need to kind of help these guys get through. So we're just going to sell down straight down the middle. We'll try and like sell on another side or something. And hopefully lose on 25. I don't know. I'm gonna spend all my cash. Oh, I don't need to anymore. I wouldn't need to spend cash for a long time. I mean, I've already souped up this edge, and nothing's even gotten that far. I need to sell it so they can get through the kill box and they can take out my rift points. There we go. Look at that. Straight shot to the rift. You see, after wave 25, which I'll stay here and make sure we don't lose, because I may have sold too much. Actually, yeah. I'm going to place this Cade back. And that way they have to go through that side. And then I'll place I'll go ahead and soup this up a little bit so you guys can kind of see the kill box that I'm going to build. Oh, whoops. I meant to put the thing there, but that's okay. We'll just leave this as it is. That's fine. They shouldn't get that far. Coliseum is a hard map, but I find Jurassic Steps DLC harder than main campaign. If you're not used to flyers, it absolutely is. The first 4, actually, the first 3 are really easy, in my opinion. The second 2 are yeah, they're a bit of a challenge for me. They're probably going to take me a couple of tries at least. I know Slackfield probably will. I've got a couple ideas on how to beat it, but I just haven't played it yet. Why do I need them to take rift points? So I can lose or win. See, on Endless Johnny, you win no matter how far you get, but you get 5 skulls at wave 25. So every 5 waves you get a skull. Max skulls of 5 waves, or max skulls of 5. So technically you beat the map at wave 25. But you can't lose on purpose. Or you have to lose on purpose, I should say. Or not, I don't know. Yeah, we have to lose in order for this to be over, basically. And we want to lose now because we want to get to the other endless maps, so that way we can play them all the way through wave 25. What will I do when I do everything? I'll do it again. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Probably, I like playing Endless, so probably more Endless, and then that new game mode, I'll probably play that too. So, something to look forward to, yeah. Looks like the stone's really not getting very far, so we're going to sell a lot of these ceiling lasers here. And we sold that. Now it's wave 26, so we've beaten 25, which means we can now end this Endless and collect our skulls. I'm not going to play Dungeon Defenders, Johnny. If anything, I'm going to play another tower defense game. But I really doubt that either. I probably won't play any other game than this. And the worst scenario map. First thing struggle on the first map. Yeah, you kind of have to get the lasers and upgrade the lasers to be what they are where I have them. I think one of the it can be a challenge, and that's why in my map video I ranked it kind of higher than I otherwise would have, because I know it's a challenge for new players. It was a challenge for me when I first played it, but you really just kind of have to make an efficient enough kill box in the first door to make sure you make part-time, and then put lasers in between the 2 pillars above the stairs and on the other side. Now you seem like you really don't want to more than you like. I'm gonna do 3 more. Well, I've got quite a bit to do with Orcs Must Die 3. I mean, still got the wiki to update with everything, all the content, game files to go through. I've got a lot of the artwork from the game files from another source, and that's all in the wiki right now. So all of those transparent images for people to use for like thumbnails and whatnot. Okay, that was side entrance. We got our 25 waves beat, so we got our 5 skulls.